Shalom, my name is Aaron. As we begin Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, the principal mitzvah, the principal commandment, or the principal action that is done by the Jewish people at this time is the blowing of the shofar. Because in the Bible, Rosh Hashanah is not called Rosh Hashanah, only in Ezekiel. In the Torah, it's known as Yom Teruah, the day of blowing. And no real reason is given to the sound of the shofar. Shofars are going to be blown over 100 times at this festival. What has the significance of the shofar come to at this time? Well, what does the shofar do? This tells time. What do I mean? In the ancient world, you didn't have clocks, you didn't have smartphones or watches. So how would you know when special events were going on? At the sound of the trumpet blast. This was blown before the Sabbath to tell you that the Sabbath was coming. You would hear this when a wedding was about to start to announce the arrival of the bridegroom. You would blow a shofar when you went into battle, as Israeli soldiers in the IDF still do to this day. A time for war. All festivals were heralded by the blast of a trumpet. And even the Messiah, who doesn't know when he himself is coming, knows that he will come at the sound of a shofar. So when the Messiah hears the trumpet blast, he will know to come to collect his bride. At the sound of the trumpet, we are also meant to contemplate our spirit, sleeper awake. We've been living in a time of slumber. We've gone to sleep during the year. And as the cycle has kicked over, we wake up and acknowledge that God is king. Rosh Hashanah is also a symbol of God's kingship and lordship. He has made the world and he delights to rule and reign. And at this time, the cycle of reading Bible ticks over to read Genesis 22. And why Genesis 22? Abraham and Isaac, the binding of Isaac, they go up the mountain. And as Abraham surrenders his son to the will of God, he accepts the yoke of the kingdom of heaven. He makes God his king over and above his family. Isaac surrenders himself to the love of his father and also accepts the yoke of the kingdom of heaven. They see a ram caught by its thickets, caught by its horns. And so the horn, the shofar, also signifies the kingship of God. So when we hear this sound during Rosh Hashanah, as the cycle and rhythm of one year ends and a new begins, we acknowledge that God is king. He is in control. Let's surrender to him all our prayers, all our hopes, all our dreams, all our desires. We acknowledge his presence within our communities. We acknowledge his love. And so we go into this year with the right attitude. The cycle of reading will end with Deuteronomy and pick up again in the book of Genesis, where we acknowledge creation and God's love for his universe. As you hear the sound of the shofar this season, contemplate on these things. It is the Lord's time.